Hey everyone! So this is officially my last video in my 6-part series concerning the question, is journalism dead or just transforming? This video is just kind of going to be a recap of what we talked about because I find it important to incorporate other comments from other people, and I think that's what a lot of media scholars do in their ethnographies that we've studied in my new media and culture class. So in my first video, we talked about the state of journalism today. Are journalism schools worth the money? Where are journalism degrees going? That sort of thing. We also talked about reporters with disabilities, and we talked about how audio and video components could maybe affect people who have disabilities. And we talked with Melissa Anderson, who is a graduate student at Mankato State University studying speech-language pathology. We've also talked about clickbait, which is a ploy that journalists use to make their stories more known so that people click on them. I discussed Noam Chomsky, who is a media scholar. He talked about how this native advertising is hurtful to journalism and really blurs the line between what is journalism, what is news, and what is not. I've also talked about blogging. I always have been interested in blogging and the role of bloggers and the rise of bloggers and how they kind of fit into society today. I addressed this through citizen journalism and use a number of scholars and journalists alike and even people who have produced television shows and things like that to kind of form a viewpoint and form some sort of consensus on the rise of bloggers today. The last thing I talked about was political satire shows. I am also really interested in political satire through the work of John Oliver and Jon Stewart and other political satirists like that. I always find it to be kind of problematic when most of my friends say that they get their sort of news from these political satire shows because this sort of video comes from a specific viewpoint. So to say that you have, you get your source of news from these sources is a little bit problematic. So I addressed how that is kind of changing the face of journalism today. So I really hope you enjoyed all my videos, that you learned something, that it encourages you to maybe engage more in the conversation and to have your own viewpoint of what it means to be a journalist and how the role of journalism is changing in a technological realm, in a physical realm, emotional realm, and just kind of looking at the different patterns that we see in the mass media today. So with that, I am signing off, and I thank you for watching my show. Bye.